In this video, I'm going to tell you why you should give a damn about the licensing of 18 to 20-year-old truck drivers. There's a new program out right now, and it's to allow 18 to 20-year-old truck drivers to cross state lines. Previous to this, drivers of that age could only run intrastate, only within the state. This new program will allow them to cross state lines to run long distance, over the road, long haul work. This new young group of CDL state licensed drivers will be allowed to cross state lines with an experienced driver trainer. Now, the trucks that they're using must have forward facing dash cams, they must have auto braking, they must have their speed limiters set at 65 miles an hour, and there must not be any hazmat in the trailer. The new driver trainers for this group must be at least 26 years old, at least 5 years over the road experience with no accidents or incidents in the last 2 years of that, and they must stay in the passenger seat of the truck the whole time they're training. They're not allowed to be in the bunk. Many safety highway advocacy groups have petitioned against this program. The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety has pointed out that statistically, this group of young drivers is 500% more likely to have an injury accident than any other group of drivers on the highway. The Truck Safety Coalition is strongly opposed to this group, as to the advocates for highway and auto safety. And they quote directly saying, "Why would you put a group of unsafe drivers behind the wheel of 80,000-pound trucks when there are much better ways to reduce the driver shortage, such as better pay and better treatment?" These are the attributes of a great carrier. Let me take a moment to tell you about a great carrier that's sponsoring this video. GP Transco last year was awarded the Top Workplace Award by the Chicago Tribune, and that's virtually unheard of for a trucking company, but it's because they treat their people with honesty, respect, and transparency. We've referred many drivers to GP Transco, always with great results. They have great pay, great benefits, and a 401k plan. Check them out at gptransco.com. You won't regret it. So why should drivers over the age of 21 be concerned with the influx of these new drivers? Because for the last 20 years, we have fought for better pay and better working conditions, and finally, we're getting to the point where we're seeing that. Why should we care? Because this is a step behind for the industry. We've had to fight these carriers for the last 20 years. Finally, they are upping their rates and they are improving driving conditions. By licensing these young drivers, it's virtually cheapening the driver pool. Experienced drivers have enough trouble keeping track of all the inexperienced drivers on the road. This is just one new group that we're going to have to watch out for now. Carriers have skimped and cheated on these driver training programs for the last 20 years, and there's no reason to believe that that's going to change now. And when you see this approved carriers list for this program, when it includes carriers like Swift and CRST, you can pretty much bet the whole thing's going to be a farce. Now, I get that new drivers need to learn how to drive somehow, and hopefully this program will produce some good young drivers. But it's the mega carriers implementing this program that I object to, because their only incentive is to get young drivers behind the wheel of these trucks even faster, to get them making money even faster, and there's no regard for the safety of other truck drivers or for the general driving public. And I object to our interstates being used as a training program. I know I wouldn't want my wife and kids out in bad weather beside one of these young kids behind the wheel. I don't imagine you would either. Stay safe, keep the rubber side down, keep an eye on what's beside you on the interstate, and I'll see you on the back haul.